Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a couple more readings. I got a question and I wrote it down. Yeah. Where is that question? Yeah, I remember it. No big deal. At any rate, yesterday my teddy bear tarot cards came in, so I thought I would show you them. Here's the box. So there is an actual deck called Teddy Tarot. There's also a Teddy Tarot Golden deck that I'm probably going to get at some point because I love teddy bears and it's probably the same images, but the cards are a little bit different. These cards are rather small. They're much smaller than my Gilded Tarot. And it's kind of sad because I really wish that they had been bigger. I really had hoped that they would be bigger, but they're small. They're the same size as the Housewife's Tarot that I have. So, but the images are so cute. So this is the extra card. They have Polar Lisa, and the cards are just really, really adorable. The Fool is adorable. Look at that. That's the Fool. And the Magician. The High Priestess. And I don't think I'm going to use these for any of the political readings or anything like that, but I might do them for us readings. Empress, because they are really cute. I'm just going to show you the major arcana here. The Emperor. And the backs of the cards are done in such a way that if they're reversed, if people read the reversals, then, it'll look the same. Here's the Hierophant. Here are the Lovers. This is so cute. This makes me think of me and my husband because we both love teddy bears and we see ourselves. We send each other pictures of teddy bears, hugging and stuff like that. When he's at work or when he's at the airport or something, then I send him pictures and he sends me pictures and stuff. Here's the Chariot. Oh, this one's so sweet. Strength. I always think of Calvin and Hobbes when I look at this one. The Hermit. Oh, the poor bear. He's like sitting in the cold. Here's the Wheel of Fortune. Justice. I like this one. Hang Teddy. It's the Hangman. Hang Teddy. Oh, poor Teddy. Here's the Death card. This looks like a Teddy at Halloween. Temperance. The Devil. Oh, the poor little bears. Tower. Yikes. That was pretty intense, actually. So, yeah. Oh, the Star card is so cute. Look at that. And we got the Moon. And look at the, and I was like, "Where's the teddy bear?" And the teddy bear's the moon. Look at the back of where the face. You can see the teddy bear face behind the wolf. And here's the sun. Like the sunflowers, symbol of Ukraine. Judgment and the world. I'll show the other cards of the deck maybe another time. But this is such a sweet little deck, and it's so cute, and these bears are so adorable. So I was really happy to find that there is actually a teddy bear tarot deck out there, and I'll show you in later videos, I'll show you the other cards in the deck. But this is the Teddy Tarot, and yeah, there's the box. So that's like really, really cute. I really love it. So you know me and teddy bears. So anyway, so yesterday I was thinking about this, and I read on Zelensky and the Nobel Peace Prize. Well, every day there seems to be something new coming out in the news about the big orange turnip. So I thought I would ask some questions. Um, Something struck me that he said, And I don't like hearing his voice. I can't hear his voice. And on one of the videos, they sped up his voice, so he sounds like a Smurf as opposed to sounding like himself, which makes it easier or more digestible to actually hear his voice because, ugh, I cannot stand the sound of that man's voice. I cannot. And I know a lot of people feel the same way. They just, every time, just seeing him and in any sort of polite company, and you want to find out what the European, like on Monday, you want to find out what the European leader said, and then his voice interjecting in all of it, and you're going, oh, there we go. But his voice interjecting, and then you're going, like fingernails on a blackboard. It's just terrible. So, but he said something that kind of struck me, and he said something about getting into heaven. Now, a lot of people who are religious, they believe in the concepts of heaven and hell and stuff like that. I don't believe in hell as a place, if you will. Hell is a frame of mind. Hell is what we create here on earth. So, but religion tends to put conditions, human conditions on everything, especially on God and on the notion of spirit. They think that this is that this judgmental idea is that we're all going to have judgment day and all this. I do not believe in judgment day. I believe in life review. I believe that we will have life reviews when we transition and our lives um, end in this plane of existence and we move on to the next plane realm. Then I believe we have a thing called a life review, which is we look back on our life and we see what we learned in that experience. So that's what I think is really the case. But he said something about heaven a couple of days ago, and I'm like sitting there going, does he unconsciously think that his transition is coming? Now, I know everybody will transition at some point. But sometimes I get the impression that people who are about to transition or they transition soon sometimes make statements like this without, it's an unconscious thing. And they make statements about it and they think, oh, could this happen to me or will this happen soon or what have you? So, I mean, this isn't me saying I hope or I wish. Okay, I'm not doing that. I'm just saying that when somebody comes along and they say that they hope that they get into heaven, then I start to wonder if this is unconsciously his acknowledging that his life on earth may soon be ending. Now, that's what I'm getting, or that's what I'm sensing, or that's what I felt when he said that, or when I heard about him saying that. I have no skin in the game, okay? And I'll just say it straight up. But did I read that accurately? So I'm going to ask my yes and no cards, and then I may do a tarot reading on that specific thing. It may have to do with his health. It may have something else. But is there something unconscious that he is recognizing that that perhaps might have um, that might have an impact on future events or what have you? Um, let me try and put it this way. Is what he said an unconscious acknowledgement of a soon to be experience? Okay. Is what he said an unconscious acknowledgement of a soon to be experience? Okay. I have no skin in this. This is just me asking. And I just want to know. My guides are telling me, yes, you do. And I'm like, okay, just a minute. All right. Yeah, I do. Um, yeah, I will be the first to admit that I do, um, that I do think that the world will change drastically when he is no longer, his imprint is no longer here. But I don't believe that even when he transitions, that this is going to be over. Okay. I don't believe it. But I do think that the bulk of it will be. concluded when he is no longer in power, when he no longer has that power. But what I'm asking is, will he transition soon? Is my read on his heaven comment accurate? And will he transition soon? Based on that comment, not anything else, just based on that comment. Yes. Okay. So yeah, I did get that. I did get that. My guys are telling me that I did get that. That I did catch that. I'm surprised that other intuitives haven't really picked up on that, but they have their things going on. So it's not a judgment against them. It's just me um, acknowledging that I caught something that maybe they didn't, or maybe that they just don't read on, or what have you. But be that as it may, I think that something is coming soon based on that statement alone. And so I'm going to the yes and no card said yes. Whoops, pouch cards. Okay, so I'm going to do. I'm going to pull some tarot. Okay. I'm not sure they want me to use the Gilded Tarot. What deck should I use? And somebody said German deck. Okay, so the German deck. Okay, I've got a German deck here. Get it? It is this one. And this one's called Tarot for Beginners. And I'll just hold up the box here. I actually pulled on this some time ago with these cards. I'm guessing that the that everything is kind of sort of the same as it was. So at any rate, so I'm gonna use these. This is the back of the cards if you're interested in seeing what they look like from the back. These cards are very thick and they're very hard to shuffle, so bear with me. And maybe it's just because I haven't really used them in a while. And new cards, older cards are easier because they are, because you use them so much and then they bend a little bit in the middle. But let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. This is the German deck. I call it the German deck, but I think other people have also these cards in their repertoire, if you will. Okay, so here we go. So we got the Ace of Wands. And the Ace of Wands is the new beginning. This is the journey forward. This is moving forward. So, most of the aces, if memory serves, are yes cards. Let me do this. This is kind of distracting me here. There we go. Okay. Most of the ace cards are yes cards, if I remember correctly. This is about a new journey, starting on a new journey and moving forward in spiritual development and in just to the next step or the next stage of development. So this is a yes on that. It's crossed by the Eight of Coins or the Eight of Pentacles. And I think that the Eight of Pentacles here symbolizes the being earthbound, this earthbound mentality of saying, oh, I'm moving on to the next phase. Sorry about the glare on the cards. I'm moving on to the next phase, but I have all this earthly bounty, if you will, that I am not sure I want to leave behind. I get the impression with this card that he senses that he is about to transition or he's going to transition, but he has all of these this prosperity, if you will, whether it's ill-gotten or not. He has all of these things, and he's not sure he's really ready to transition. So there's that feeling of he is he is in this state where he is not he's not ready. And the underarching energy is the Nine of Coins, or the Nine of Pentacles. And I call it coins because Münzen in German is coin. That's why I keep saying coins. So that's, that's just me, because I see the word and then I just translate it back into English. So the Nine of Pentacles is the underarching energy, and that is also about the prosperity and about the money. So a lot of the reason behind why he doesn't want to transition, I mean, this is on more of a conscious level, that is because he's got so much money, and he knows he can't take it with him. In the immediate past, we have the King of Wands, and I have here. King of Wands is strong, optimistic, energetic, confident. Um, he wants to portray himself in this way. This is the way that he wishes that people would view him or see him. And I don't think that this is actually the reality. I think that this is his wanting people to see him in this light, because he thinks that this is what is going to assure that he is going to get into heaven. So this is really what's going on up here, more or less. And this is for entertainment purposes only. I I don't know this person personally. This is just the energy that I'm reading. Okay, so it's for entertainment purposes or spiritual purposes only. Okay, when you talk about things like life and the afterlife, if you will, then it is what it is. Um, the overarching energy is the Seven of Wands. And the Seven of Wands is about holding your own and trying to hold your own. And basically, what I just learned this card actually, so this is like really cool. The Seven of Wands is, this guy is standing at a threshold or a doorway, and he's trying to protect that doorway. He's trying to protect that home. So what I get from this is that this man is trying to protect his material possessions, and because he can't take him with him, he's trying to prolong his own existence here. He's willing himself to continue, um, because he is materialistic and he has all these material things. And I think that that's what's going on with him. I think that he is willing himself to live out, longer. And because a lot of people who have the illnesses and the ailments that this man has, a lot of them have already transitioned. People who have severe dementia, or they have severe Alzheimer's, or they have severe heart issues, they have already transitioned. And a lot of these people don't will themselves to continue. They just allow themselves to transition. He's not allowing himself to transition because he is so materialistic and he's so hung up on his money that is why he's still here. That's the feel that I get. In the immediate future, you have the Ace of Swords. And the Ace of Swords is about the truth. And the truth is going to come forward. It's going to spring forward, and it's going to say, you know what? You're human. You're mortal. When it's time to transition, it's time to transition. You cannot fight it. It reminds me of the story of Oedipus. And I don't know if you ever read Oedipus in school, but I read it when I was in high school. And Oedipus was the man who unalived his father and married his mother. And his parents tried to avoid this because they did not want to test the fates, if you will. And basically what happened was the truth eventually emerged. And what had happened was he had been sent away, and he grew up without being around his parents at all. And so at some point he goes off to fight in a war, and he unalives his father, and he comes back and he meets a woman, gets married, and it turns out the woman is his mother. So you cannot test the fates. And that's it's like the story of Oedipus. You cannot test the fates. And then what eventually happened was after he did all that, he blinded himself with his eyes, blinded himself. It was really brutal, but that's Greek mythology for you. Turn this over here. Um, his hopes and fears is the Ten of Cups. And I pulled the Ten of Cups for him before, and the Ten of Cups is he is I think he's afraid that when he is no longer here, that his family, his sons and daughter, are going to celebrate his passing because they're going to inherit everything that he's got, and this is going to create this sort of happy, harmonious environment for them, or so they think. But it is what the card says, that he will have this happy family, and the happy family will emerge as a result of his passing. Um, how others see you, they see you as the Page of Coins, or it's Page of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles is, they see you as a studious academic. At least that's his followers. Those are the people that, are his hangers on, if you will. See him as that, smart and somebody that's hardworking and learning and what have you. But this is how I don't see how the general population sees him. I think it's how the people who admire him or follow him or voted for him, this is how they see him, as this studious, smart, intelligent person. Whether it's true or not is, you know. His hopes, what you wish for, Four of Swords. This is, I think somebody called this the Death card in the Minor Arcana. And I think that this is more or less on a subconscious level, that this is what he wishes for on a subconscious level. It's not a conscious level. This is why he said what he said. Because he probably figures that when he's no longer here, all of his problems are going to go away. But the thing is, he's still hung up on being on Earth. He's still stuck in this Earth mentality of having all of these things. The final outcome, the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords is independent, strong, no nonsense, and has this, so it says strong sense of fair play, but I have to say that one of the things about the big fat orange problem is that he does not play fair. He does not have a sense of fair play, because he says, heads I win, tails you lose. That is where he's at. So in relation to all of this, as of what I can draw from this, the time is coming where he is going to transition. The transition day is coming. I do not know when, but I get the feeling that on an unconscious level, he knows it's coming, and he is having to kind of deal with that. This is really, I mean, the fact that he mentioned heaven and that he was talking heaven is really it's really a kind of a strange thing. But that is, that he said this, and a lot of people just dismissed it as him being a crackpot. But I saw something a little bit deeper with that. I saw this notion that maybe he is subconsciously recognizing that it's, that his time is coming, and that maybe this is something that, and people can what was it that Mark Twain says? He says, uh, I don't wish anyone dead, but I have found joy or glee in obituaries. And I think, yeah, I don't know if he said it in exactly those words, but he said it in basically that meaning. And I think that that is kind of where a lot of us are. We don't we don't wish any ill on any person. We do not wish any ill on any person. But let's do a quick read on how um, how are the people going to feel after he transitions. Okay, since we're talking about transitioning, how are the people going to feel? What is going to be in the minds and the hearts of the people when that day comes? And I'm not, and again, this is for entertainment only, and I'm not hoping this on anybody, okay? This is just me taking one statement that one man said and trying to figure out if this is actually in the cards for him. And it seems to be that it is in the cards for him. But everybody is going to go through this. Everybody's going to transition at one point, and you know, talking about it isn't, it isn't something to be scared of. It's something to. It's just another step in the journey of life. Like in the Lion King, it says in the circle of life. That is the circle of life. That is what it is. So, how are the people going to feel? Should I use these cards? Yeah. Okay. I'll just go ahead and continue with these. Okay. How are people going to feel when that day comes? How are people going to feel when that day comes? Okay. I got the star card. The star card is like illumination. I think people are going to be happy. They're going to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And I think that the star is what brings illumination to the world. And I think that this is something that is significant, that people are going to say, I mean, this is major arcana. This is going to be a significant day. It's crossed by the Three of Swords. Okay, these are his followers. These are the people that actually care about this guy. There's going to be heartbreak. There's going to be sadness, distress, disappointment, what have you. I mean, some of the people are going to be sad. And it's going to be obvious that some people are going to be sad because there are people that still do like him. And so, yeah, I mean, I don't know very many of them, but doesn't mean they're not there. So yes, there's going to be an element of sadness in that he's no longer there. The underarching energy is the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups is about unity and coming together. And will this bring unity? Will this bring people together? Once this all is done and dusted, will people come together, and will the country find healing? That remains to be seen. In the immediate past, we have the Page of Wands, and the Page of Wands is um, optimism, cheerfulness, hope. I think that leading up to in the immediate past, leading up to this, I think that there were people that were optimistic and hopeful that all would work out, and I think that that sentiment is still going to be present in the world. The overarching energy is the Empress card. This is the rebirth. The rebirth, something new is coming. The world is going to change, and things are going to, you know, depending on how you feel about it, things are going to either get better or but they are going to change. This is about change, and everything is going to change in the world. So we're going to have a new reputation, a new way of looking at the world, a new ideology, what have you. So that's what that signifies. In the immediate future is the Seven of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles is the harvest. You reap what you sow. What you put in is what comes out. And so the U.S. is going to go through. I think they're going to go through a sort of a place where they have to find what it is that they believe, what their ideology really is, what their reputation is going to be. So that's what this card means. Or that's, for me, that's how I interpret it. I'm not sure if that's exactly what it means, but that's what I interpret it to be. Um, um, the fears, hopes and fears, I guess, is the Eight of Cups. And this is the walking, this looks like he's walking away from the old. This looks like he's walking away from an old experience into something new. And to me, this is the change. This is from going from one situation into another situation, and this is leaving behind the old ideas and the old ways of doing things. How others see you. Four of Swords. Again, the Four of Swords is popping up. This is how people see. Uh, the old ideas are gone, done and dusted, and new ideas are coming in. Remember what I said about the Four of Swords being, I think, the minor arcana death card? It's about endings and beginnings. An ending is coming, a new beginning will begin. And I think that's what all this signifies. Hope What you wish for is the Two of Coins, or Two of Pentacles, and that is balancing a choice. Do you want to go with the old ideas, or do you want to start something new? You remember in the Rider-Waite deck, the Two of Coins or Two of Pentacles is the guy, and he's holding the weight, and he's like juggling the two coins. That is what people are going to be faced with. They're going to be faced with this choice, decision. And I can actually show you with the Rider-Waite deck. Got my cheater cards. I'll show you with the Rider-Waite deck what the Two of Coins looks like, so you get an visual image of it. Let's see if I can find it here. Okay, this is the Two of Coins in the Rider-Waite deck. And you see him, and he's juggling these two pentacles, and he's making a choice, making a decision. So that is what that specific idea is. You don't really have them. You don't really have in this card. You don't see that he's juggling these two options. So I think that this is like a choice. Where are we going? Which direction are we going? Are we going in one direction? Are we going in the other? This is the choice. And the final outcome, the Death card. This is the major arcana, and it is the ending. The ending of something and the beginning of something new. And I think that this is kind of where everybody is. Once this ideology is done and once it's gone, then we can rise from the ashes, and we can create something new. And I think that's what the cards are telling me. So that's what I got here. Yeah, these are some really interesting cards. But the Two of Pentacles image in so many different cards looks so different, and it's very well. Let's just have a look. Okay, I've got the Gilded Tarot, and I'm just gonna look at the different Two of Pentacles cards because I think it's kind of interesting how each artist interprets them. I have to go through here and see if I can find it. Be-do. Here's the Two of Pentacles and the Gilded Tarot. So it kind of looks like it looks like he is juggling those pentacles. It looks like he's juggling them. Whereas in this other deck, let me see if I can find the card. Let's see if I can find it here. Whereas Oh, I think I already shuffled these. I don't know. Anyway, you know, he is like looking like he's shuffling, juggling these cards or juggling these pentacles, and so that's how he appears. Let me grab the teddy bear tarot and see how the teddy bear looks in that image, because I think it's interesting to look at that one card and to see the different things. Oh, here it is. And these are, as luck would have it, these are in the order of the. Okay. Okay, that's the King of Pentacles, so that's in the back. Okay, so that's the Two of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah, he's he's juggling. So, yeah. And just for fun, let me get the cat tarot deck and see what the cats do. Cats do with the Two of Pentacles. Um, I think that it's interesting. Let me see. Here it is, right on top, Two of Pentacles. Here we go. So it's like the juggling. This whole notion of juggling things to uh, to to find out or to make a choice. So that's what we do here. Yeah, that's all I got for you today. But I think that's really interesting. Um, but again, this is for entertainment only. I'm not trying. I'm not hoping or wishing or casting dispersions on a person, on their life, or on when or how they transition. I'm just saying that it's interesting that somebody would mention heaven in in a conversation and people don't pick up on that, because I immediately picked up on it. And I think that when people get close to the end of their life, I think that they start saying stuff like that comes across, people think it's strange or odd, but it really comes across as maybe they know something that we don't know about what's going on here inside. So the yes no card said yes, that there was something to be said for that. And I'm going to just ask, will there be celebrations when when the big fat orange problem makes its transition? Will there be celebrations when the big fat orange problem makes its transition? Blank card. That means maybe, maybe not. So, um, so I don't see it happening. I see people just getting on with their lives, just saying, okay, I'm going to get on with it. And I think that that's the best thing that they can do. Um, will there be will there be celebrations? There might be. People might be happy and joyful and what have you. But do I think it's really important or whatever, significant? No, I don't. Anyway, so that's what I got for you today. I hope you have a great day. Yeah, this just came to me. I just thought I should read on it. I wasn't going to do a video today. I'd actually said I'm not going to do a video today, but I thought, oh, I should do one, because I got the teddy bear cards and I was just really happy about that. And I just thought, okay, then I'll just go ahead and do one. And yeah, so maybe tomorrow I'll take a day off. Who knows? But anyway, I hope you have a really great day. Take care. Look out for yourself. Stay hydrated. And I'll see you tomorrow, maybe. And if not, on Friday. Have a great day. And as always, namaste.